What's going on? Aaron Murray here with the Players Lounge. Got another great episode this week, and we're going to bring in one of the freshman superstars on the Georgia football defense, Malaki Starks here. Talk a little Super Bowl, talk a little offseason, what's going on in his world. Malachi, man, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on with us.
No, man, chilling. How you doing?
Hey, I'm just happy the Super Bowl was more entertaining than the national championship because you guys beat the brakes off TCU so bad that it was so boring to watch. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun. Did you catch any of it last night?
Yeah, I watched most of it.
So I will go right to the end real quick, and maybe we'll jump on a couple other things. I'm defending the DBs here. Like there is holding on every damn play, O line, D line, DBs, receivers. It happens
Yeah.
every play. Your thoughts on the final, that not the final play, but that the defensive holding there for the Eagles at the end of the game.
I think it was a bad call. And the reason I say that is because guarding the whip route is tough. They got you going in and they come out and then like I don't think he grabbed them enough to where like I don't think he could have got to the ball anyway. Like I think the ball was too far for him to get there and he like tugged them a little bit at the beginning. So like I don't think it should have been a flag. I think it was a bad call.
I'm with you. I just like that moment too. Like, don't call a flag in that moment of the game. Like,
Yeah.
I get if he like ripped his jersey off. Like, okay, fine. You ripped his jersey off. You tackled him. Throw the flag.
Right.
But that was so ticky tack to me. It was like a subtle little something. Even the
Yeah.
receiver did bitch and moan about it. That tells you everything you need to know too.
Right. And it was like it was an important part like in the game too. Like it shouldn't have been a call. Like
No,
even if it was, like I don't they should just let him play.
I'm with you on that one. What do you do in that situation on a whip route? Like, how do you because things are happening so fast. You got to worry about the crossing routes, third down, a lot of mesh concepts because you're playing man coverage. How what is your best technique to cover the whip?
Um I would say just try to stay square as much as possible. Which is tough when he's running across the field. Because you want to stay square and then when he gets running, you turn your hips and then he breaks down and shoots out on you. But really if you don't touch him, there's no way you can guard the route. So I think it's tough. It's a tough situation.
What about the so there was it was another touchdown by Kansas City. Coach Reed's phenomenal with all this stuff. It
Mhm.
was the one where he was faking like he was running the jet sweep. So pre-snap, it's man-to-man coverage. They're bringing cover zero,
Oh yeah.
naked jet sweep, and then he broke back to the outside, and the DB's hauling ass over the top because he thinks there's gonna be some rub play on the front side where he's gonna be picked off to the flat.
Right.
You're put in a bind there. It sucks. I mean, DB's it's a pain in the butt. Like, give us that example. You're in his shoes. How do you keep up the speed in case he runs across the field, but also have the sense to know that he may do what he did because that's pretty hard to do, I would say.
Right. That's tough, because like you said, if you're running with him and he beats you to the flat, because normally that's what teams do. They put him in motion, you run to the flat, and if you're not there in time, it's a touchdown. So you kind of want to overrun it, but on the flip side, if you overrun it and he comes back, you're not there. So it's tough. I'd say I don't know. It all depends where your help is, I guess. Like if you got help on the other side, you can be a little behind him, but if you don't, then you just got to be able to stay right with him.
Yeah, easier said than done against that offense and that quarterback. That's for sure. It is fun. Travis Kelsey's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, because you probably don't even know who the hell I am. My first touchdown in the NFL was to Travis Kelsey preseason game. Little four verticals up the seam. It was so good that they moved him to the starting quarter to the number one team, and I lost him for the rest of preseason. So that sucked, but whatever. Um, I think it was his first touchdown too, honestly, because he was injured his whole rookie year. But anyways, when you watch Kelsey, how much similar is he to Brock and kind of how you deal with Brock every day in practice?
um, Brock is he's to me he's the best tight end in college football, and Kelsey is one of the best tight ends in the NFL. But their route running is just it's smooth. Um, you could leave him out wide and he could run a route, and you could tuck him into the core and he could also run a route. They're very physical. And they both got some speed to them, especially Brock. Brock can move. Um, so I mean, it's tough guarding dudes like that are physical, can tough. The route running is smooth. It's just like guarding the wideout, just heavier.
A lot heavier, and it is amazing how fast he can run. All right, I want to talk about you a little bit here. Like, you're a freshman, dude, and you you jumped into the starting role and balled out from day one. And that's not easy to do, especially the fact that like this was the best defense of like all time last year. And there wasn't really a big drop this year. And a lot of it was guys like you really stepping into that role. How nerve wracking is it to fill the shoes in Georgia's defense with how good they were the year before? How do you mentally get ready for that?
Um, it's tough. It's so tough. And when I got there, it was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. But all the way through fall camp, and I got there early for spring. I think that's what probably helped me the most is I got there early, and just being able to like take coaching. I mean, practice was 10 times harder than the game, and I think it's always been like that there. And that's really like what kind of helped me. So when I got in the games, it wasn't as nervous. But when I first got there, and I was just trying to learn and get on the field any way possible, like I didn't care if I had to like hold kicks or PAT. I just wanted to be on the field. It was nerve wracking. It was tough, but I think day by day, I kind of took it step by step, and it got easier.
First interception, break it down for me. Was there like this holy crap moment? Did you black out? I mean, what goes through a DB's mind? Because I know what goes through my mind. I'm pissed as hell. I'm gonna try to take someone's head off. Like, did you black out during the moment, or were you kind of cool once you caught it? Like, okay, let's see what happens.
Um, I was a little bit of both, to be honest with you, because we were in quarters, and the D line, like the pressure got there in time, so I was like, he's not gonna throw it. Like the line is there, like I'm on top of him. There's no way he's gonna throw it. So I'm looking at him and I peek and he throws it. So I turn around, and I try to get in phase, and as I'm turning around, I start to trip, and I'm like, oh dang, this is my first game. I'm gonna get bombed on national television. I'm never gonna see the field again. Um, and as the ball gets closer, I just jump. I try to jump as like far as I can backwards, and I catch it. And when I catch it, like he's kind of like trying to kick it out. Um, and I don't know. I've never felt like that in my life. I was so excited. I got up, and I'll never forget it.
Well, I'm watching it right now on ESPN, and it looked pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty good. It was smooth for those who forgot it was that first game versus Oregon, and when you got that interception, which was a great way to start your career off. What is your you're not I want to call you a veteran, but you've been through spring, you've
Mhm.
been through a whole calendar year there at UGA. Now all of a sudden you guys have had back-to-back years of being like the best defense in the country. I mean, you guys are the standard. You lose some more guys this year, Jalen and Chris and et cetera, et cetera. We'll get to Chris in a little bit, but what is your message to the mid-year guys? You guys got a lot of mid-year guys. We've brought up a couple of them on the show here the past month or two. What is your message to them to get them ready to go heading into spring ball?
Um, we got a bunch of talented guys who just came in. I mean, like they're so talented. And they work hard. I'd say the biggest advice that I could give is just being able to like take coaching and take it all in because it's a lot going from high school to college and especially coming in early. It's a completely different world. So just being able to take it day by day and take coaching and just try to be able to not get overwhelmed with everything. Coach used to tell me like see a little, see a lot, see a little, or see a little, see a lot. So I just think being able to just like trying to focus in and be able to hear the tone and not the message when you're getting coached is probably the biggest thing.
All right. So you had some awesome DBs to learn from this past year. Chris Smith, Keeley, two of my favorite players. Love watching those guys do their thing this year. Uh, Two things. One, what's one thing that will stick out to you for things that you remember about them? And then two, best story from the meeting room from one of them.
um, I say one thing I learned from Keely. Keely always worked hard. He came in early every day. He stayed late after practice. He ran every day after practice. Keely was a hard worker. I saw it every day, and it inspired me to want to be able to work just as hard as him. And with Chris, when I got there, Chris took me under his wing when I first got there. Um, I learned a lot of stuff from Chris. Chris taught me how to be patient. He taught me how to take in information, which is really tough when you first get there. And he really just taught me like the game of football, really, which I'm still learning. But from when I first got there and he met me, and when he's taught me so much. And I'll probably take that with me for like forever. Um, he was just like a bigger brother to me, and I guess a meeting room. uh, I don't know. There's so many. There's so many.
No, no, I'm guessing no. We can't go any hazing stories here, so we'll stay away from that. But anything funny someone said, you're like, did he just say that, or did he just do that?
Yeah, they were known for making comments. Sometimes that didn't sound too right. Both of them, they go back and forth. They go back and forth all the time. Chris and Keely. So they're just funny dudes to be on the DB room with.
Oh, they're good dudes. I'm excited for both of them. Keely's he looks like a monster right now doing all
Yeah,
that training.
yeah,
I mean, good. He's gonna hit measurables and teams are gonna be drooling all over him. I think Chris had
yeah.
a pretty good senior bowl too. So yeah, they're good dudes. All right. Three-way battle going on this spring. I don't need you to kind of divulge any secrets or anything like that, but it is going to be probably the biggest topic this offseason is going to be the quarterbacks. You get to see them every day in practice. How excited are you to go against those guys as they kind of duke it out a little bit?
I'm excited, and I think the most reason why is because they're all three of them are so competitive. They're so competitive. They go after it every single day, and just to it's going to be like an honor to watch them go at it. Because not only are they going to make me better, they're all going to get better. And whoever it ends up being, I know that they're all going to be happy for each other, and they're going to lead us as far as we go. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm freaking pumped. I love all three of them. We've had a couple of them on, and they've been just super, super good dudes. Besides Brock called me Sir every 5 seconds, just like you did to start the show. I'm like, dude, I ain't that damn old. I know I got some grays, but I'm not that old. Damn it. At least I think I'm not old. But I guess if enough people call you Sir, you should probably start thinking that you are old. So I think this is an aha moment for me at the end of the day. Uh, so is it true that you ran 22 miles per hour? Are you like the fastest dude on the team?
Um, I did run a 22, but I wouldn't say I'm the fastest. No. We got a bunch of speed on the team. I'd say I'm up there somewhere, but I'm not the fastest.
Who's fastest?
Uh, Probably Aaron
You
Smith.
modest. Never mind. Arian Smith's pretty damn fast.
Yeah, yeah.
He can roll. My
He
God,
can
can he
move.
roll? What do you do if you're a safety and he's running that inside fade and you're playing quarters and he's running dead at you? I mean, that has to suck.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible because you got to give him ground, but if you give him too much, then he'll sit down, and if you don't give him enough, then he'll just run past you. And if you try to get your hands on him and you miss, you're not gonna catch up. So it's
Oh,
tough.
yeah, that's a pain in the butt. But well, man, we're excited to have you part of the dog family. You were freaking awesome last year. Excited to see you continue to do your thing. Would love to get you on more throughout spring, but appreciate you jumping on, kind of giving us some insight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.